All right, today we're gonna get you some big ass quads by increasing the depth of all your squat movements, give you the ability to shift more of that weight into your quads, and most importantly, still maintain driving through those heels so you actually engage the muscles that you want to engage. And as simple as it sounds, it just comes down to ankle mobility. And before you say this video is not for me, I go hard in the paint on my squats. And trust me, 2 years ago, if I would have saw this video on my feed, started watching it and realized it was about ankle mobility, I would have been in my pockets looking around. I'm gonna put that. But you're gonna quickly realize that the name of the game isn't just depth, because it's one thing to get down there. It's a whole other thing to be able to actively control and shift that weight and engage those quads at the very bottom of the lift. That's gonna lead to some real growth. Let's get after it. All right, so I'm gonna give you 3 things to do that if you do over the next 7 days, it'll dramatically change your squat. And really not only your squat, I need to stress this even more, that think about something like the leg press, where you can walk your feet all the way to the bottom, but still maintain driving through those heels. So you can see how it's gonna put more of a stretch and stress on those quads. So first thing we gotta do though is figure out how effed up you are. So you're gonna put the ball of your foot on the wall, heel on the floor, and your knee's gonna tell us everything we need to know. If you can't touch your knee to the wall, you're a little bit screwed up. So start to drive it forward, and there's gonna be a stretch, but if you can't get anywhere near, then we got a lot of work to do. Which leads into the first exercise or stretch, however you want to categorize it. And it simply is that, putting that foot on the wall and driving that knee forward repeatedly. Now, if you can get there, great, you're in the special class. Just increase the angle and then keep at it. And yeah, it's a simple concept, but I've often found the simple concepts are the most effective. I mean, it's a simple concept to wipe your ass, but if you don't, you're gonna have a shitty day. All right, next up, we're gonna abuse that Achilles and calf. Now, I'm using this giant dumbbell. You can use a kettlebell. It doesn't matter. I just like this thing because it looks ridiculous. You're gonna start out with your Achilles and work up the calf. Now you're gonna rotate clockwise, counterclockwise, up and down. And to put more pressure on it, all you can do is lift yourself up or even just cross your leg. Depends on how screwed up you are. Now keep in mind, we're just going over inflexibility issues. If you have weak ankle problems, then we'll go over your WOP in another video. All right, I saved the most dangerous one for last. Now this is not one you want your buddy to help out with, because the worst possible time to figure out that he's a jerk is when you got a resistance band pointed at your asshole. So attach it to a heavy dumbbell, a rack, doesn't matter. And I preferably like a higher bench than this, because I want that band to pull more of a downward angle, but it's getting the job done. It's keeping that heel down. So from there, it's just about leaning forward and cranking on that stretch. Last little bonus tip that'll make a big difference is a couple times a day, sit in the squat you want. Now, it's not gonna be comfortable at first, but after doing these stretches for 7 days and then sitting in this position for 60 seconds at a time, you'll notice that things change. Not only can you actually sit here and you're comfortable, but now you can actually control and shift your weight and move your hips and dictate how you drive from those quads, and it's gonna change everything for you. Now, if you're somebody who wants to see these stretches done for a longer period of time, or maybe you got other issues, I'm gonna link to my buddy who's just a phenomenal chiropractor, and his channel is even more no bullshit than mine. That I don't even think he speaks on his videos. He just stretches for a long period of time. You can watch him do it, and it really helps out. So, as always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment for the video you want next, and get after it, get growing. Talk to you soon.